돌아와 니고 산나 고도에 남아타가 바우나누마 난넌데 톨라사 마이 수바나누마
How's everybody?
Well, it's 1 o'clock.
Good.
1 o'clock.
Thanks, Macca.
It's 1 o'clock in the
good.
morning
Good
here,
to
but
see you
it's all
both.
good. It's all good.
Oh, Colonel, you're as good as gold, mate. Up early.
Yeah.
What a diamond you are, mate.
I have to whisper 'cause I'm in the aunt's house and they're all sleeping, but I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
All right. So should we whisper too?
No. I've got headphones on. We're good. We're good.
Hey, Pete.
Hiya, Macca. How's
Good to
things?
see you. Good to see you, son. You well?
Yeah, well, as well as can be expected. Things don't change much. Just hanging on, waiting for results and all stuff like that. So,
Oh well. Are you waiting for us to come back over again?
yeah.
We're coming back again. We're coming back in September.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're joking?
That's a
No,
good
we're going
job,
back
man.
over again. The wife wants to go back to Italy, so we're gonna have a week. We're gonna have a week in England. So Pete, we'll go away to the Cotswolds or something, all right?
Yeah.
Couple of nights.
Great.
Be lovely. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
If we can save up enough, that is.
Hi, Deb.
How's everyone?
How are you,
Only
Deb?
two of you. Good. Only two of you there.
Oh,
Oh,
it's not even opening time yet. We open for Mac because he's special.
He was very, very eager today.
We had a brilliant night last night with the old entertainer from the ships, Bobby Bradford. What a camp show. I mean, he holds nothing back. Never swears, not one swear word, but so funny. And so, what's the word, Deb? You're not allowed to be? You can't be politically incorrect because he just says, I don't give a shit. If you've got a lawyer, sue me.
If you get offended,
if you get offended, don't come.
Oh, there was a lot.
Oh, but we had such a
show
laugh.
then you went to.
Oh, yeah. It's like a ship show. You know, it's like because he was an entertainer on the cruise ship.
Yeah,
and,
saw it.
Oh, mate, we had such a laugh. And he's so funny, funny man. And there was Doris was there with his wife.
Oh, great
and
stuff.
Andy Parmenter. You remember Andy? Andy Parmenter?
Yeah.
And his partner, Rick and Sue. And we had such a laugh. Oh,
wow. That's a great night.
Yeah, great night.
Where was it?
I had to drive, so it was a very sober night for me.
Where was it on?
We had to go. It was about an hour from my house up St. Mary's, which is a really rough area. But
yeah, I know St. Mary's.
You know St. Mary's near Penrith. But it was good. Yeah. Oh, Pete, we had a laugh. Oh God, English humour, you can't beat it, mate. You can't beat English humour. Yeah. So what else has been happening, Colonel? What's your next trip?
Well done.
Yeah, well, it was a bit surreal because driving down from Seattle, it was like driving into bloody hell because the forest fires. I know the whole world's hearing about it, but the smoke. Where we stayed in Medford, it was the world's worst air quality, and I had the heebie-jeebies in the hotel because you got a false sense of security. I mean, the fires weren't closed, but you could hardly breathe. You know, in the hotel room, in the hotel room, it was okay. As soon as you open the door, and then anyway, so after we started driving from Medford down here to Northern California, it cleared up. It cleared up. So I was really happy that did that. Yeah, and we're heading over to the coast on Monday because the aunt likes to be there because it's a lot cooler, you know, in Northern California on the coast. Yeah.
And you're doing a cruise from there, are you?
No. We rent a house, so we just stay on the coast.
Ah, that's right. You rent a house for every year, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's lovely, though.
Yeah,
Lovely.
it is. Fruity.
Morning, David. Fruity.
Good morning. How are we?
I'm well, darling. How are you?
All right.
Are we interrupting your diary, dear?
No, you're not interrupting it because I've only just started it.
Oh, good. Get it done, you girl. Get it done.
First course, dear. This is melon and strawberries.
Oh,
Yeah.
how wonderful. How very British.
Yeah.
A little dollop of cream, perhaps?
No cream, dear. No cream.
Ask about what? Deb saying, have you heard from Lynn?
No.
Fruity? No, I'll let her do it.
No, Lynn. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Debs.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
All right, thank you.
You all right? Having breakfast.
Mm.
I saw Lynn that was married to Dusty. Was it
Dusty Vanderpoel.
Oh, yeah.
Dusty
Yeah.
Vanderpoel? Yeah.
And Lynn was she's got a photo of you and Dusty, and she said she'd love to get in touch with Alan because Alan was their best man or something.
Yeah, he
And I
was.
said,
Yeah.
no, not unless Alan gives her permission. You're not to give
Well, I
his
don't know
number out.
how she can get in touch with him if he wants to get in touch. Yeah, I don't know.
Can you run it past Al?
I will, but she could find him on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know whether she goes on or not.
Yeah, she might not
She
go
wants
on.
to show this photo, and yeah, she was good friends with Alan apparently. So I just said I'd check with you.
Yeah, well, that's because he always bought the cigarettes when they went to lunch in that hotel at Wynyard.
That's right. He always put it on the bill, didn't he?
Oh, he always put 20 Peter Stuyvesant on the bill, didn't he?
Fucking Vanderpoel, yeah, every time.
I'll send the photo to you, Dave. Anyway, and she's a few times.
Do you hear that, Colonel? Every time we went out with Dusty,
Yeah.
we'd have a meal. We'd all be there, right? And he'd always ask for the tab. And when the tab came, he'd say, "Can you put on 2 packets of Peter Stuyvesant?"
Just wait.
Yeah.
I might add, he never paid the bill.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, he never paid.
Yeah. Funny.
First time I met Dusty, I flew out with him. I sat next to him on the plane when we joined Sea Princess in Singapore.
Yeah. Well, you know why he got caught? He ran the bar in the
City Tats.
City Tats, right?
That's right. Yeah, he went on.
And he wouldn't go on leave, right? Because obviously, he couldn't go on leave because whoever took over. So anyway, he was forced to go on leave this one time. And when he was away for 2 or 3 weeks, he came back and the bloody takings had like tripled or quadrupled. And they started looking into it. And they thought that they found out he was skimming so much money off the top. He got the boot.
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't know him very well, but only sailed with him for about a year or so.
Oh, here comes Miss Inge. I'll let you bollock him, Macca.
Was he on the maiden voyage of the Sea Princess then?
He was in Tiffany's.
Yeah.
He was in Tiffany's with Harry.
Oh, right.
I think his name was Harry.
Yeah.
Can't remember where he came from, though.
There you go, Macca. Can you talk to David and ask him why he's late?
Good evening, Mr. Inge or Miss Inge. Where have you been? I'm prompt on time, as usual, and no excuses, reasons or results. Where the fuck have you been?
That's good. I love it.
Does that mean you've already been bollocked for previous non-appearances?
Not at all.
I was directed from the top. And it's not on.
He who must be obeyed. Do you know what I mean, David?
I do. I know what it's like. Do you know what I miss? I get the bollockings, which is lovely, but I really miss the ones from Colonel because they're memorable. But Macca, it's lovely to see you. Thanks for welcome. I'll take the traffic lights off.
Take it as a written warning, darling, and next time it'll be more severe.
Right. Well, in that case, I better just put a new background up just for acknowledgement.
And while you're doing
Is that
that,
the one you want? Is that yours?
That's mine. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
and
That's the
while you're
Ridgeback.
doing that, David, on Sea Princess,
Yep.
maiden voyage, Dusty Van der Pol was in Tiffany's.
Yep.
And there was a barman called Harry, the assistant.
Harry. What, a young Harry or an old Harry?
I would have said he was late 30s, 40-ish, probably.
40, which would have been a mid Harry, wouldn't it?
I don't recall, Dave.
I don't recall him.
Yeah,
I don't recall at
I'm
all.
sure I've got a photograph somewhere as well, but can't.
I remember an old Harry that was probably in his late 40s, early 50s.
What, as in what? In
Scouse,
Harry?
old Harry. But he was a PRS.
Right.
No. The only other Harry I knew was Harry the horse on Oriano, who
Yeah.
the colonel would know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Why was he called Harry the horse? Was this
Because
hereditary?
he was into gambling. He ran the book, if I remember rightly, didn't he, John?
Yep.
Oh, that's not why they
absolutely,
become the horse.
yeah.
He was in the princess room. He was there for years.
It wasn't any.
That's not the reason.
Forget it. No, it wasn't.
That's why it's called Jose.
Oh look, now Martin's only turned up. He hasn't only. He always turns up. But Martin, your smile is good. Your smile is good.
We
Sporting.
can't hear, which is good.
Been good.
Yeah, well, I was a bit dusty this morning, Dave, but I'm recovering.
Well, that's all right.
It's not my first shandy now.
Flipping it. Well, we'll be having early shandies today, won't we? And Colonel, you'll be. What are you going to do? Are you staying up?
Yeah, I have to stay up. Yeah, I'm downstairs, as you can see. It's not a beautiful house, so I'll have the telly on a low volume. So yeah.
At least you're not in the cottage this week.
Well, I figured it out. Basically, I thought the house is pretty big, so I thought if I come downstairs and put these headphones on, and I whisper, then maybe I'll be good. I think it's working out, so it's all good.
Can you put your headphones on with the telly?
If I had that technology in this house, I could, but it'll be fine. I'll have it on low volume. It's all
Great,
good.
great stuff, great stuff. And hello, Pete. It's good to see you there as well.
Hi, Dave. You didn't see me waving in the stand.
Do you know what? I watched the second half, and I was made up. I was flipping made up. And I was looking for you, and I thought, "Blimey, is that Pete over there?" And he was right underneath the camera, underneath the gantry, underneath the gantry.
I'll do it later.
Yeah.
How was Stormzy?
He was great. He was in good form. We got there late and he didn't stay, but he saw the majority of the second half. No, he was really enthused by everything. He had a gig on Friday and had another one today.
So will you be going to one of his gigs?
Oh, I'll be on the stage with him, mate.
Heck. Great.
Doing all my grind stuff and my.
That is wonderful. Wonderful.
No, we're best mates now. Me and Stormzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go to the same school, albeit 50 years apart.
Yeah. Well, it's my claim to fame is with Bill Bailey. You know that he was at the same school, but again, he was there at a different era to me. But yeah, I know what you mean. Martin, obviously, just thinking about you. Did you have your lunch gathering? Have you had a lunch gathering?
It was
dinner last night.
A show.
It was last night. Oh, is that the photo you sent, Macca?
Yeah. That's Bobby Bradford. Yeah.
Got it. I saw.
What a terrific night! So funny. Oh, he didn't hold back, did he? Did he, Martin?
No, it was great. I told you it'd be a funny night. It was really good.
Oh, and he's as camp as Christmas. Absolutely funny.
And we seem to like that, don't we?
Do you think we could find him on the
G?
Do you think we could find him on
the G string at the end of the year
on YouTube?
Yeah.
Do you think we could find him on YouTube?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I
What
love
was
it.
it? What ships was he on?
He was on the Canberra and the Oriana. I knew him on the Canberra. His father was a famous comedian as well, Bobby
Yeah, you'd
Dennis.
know his father.
Bobby Dennis.
Bobby Dennis.
He
You know
died
his
a
father.
couple of
Pete.
years ago. He was 95.
Oh no, we know Les Dennis, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Les Dennis used to do Family Fortunes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, Bobby was telling me his father was still working right up until he almost to his dying days. He was working with Rod Earl and Emu. Yeah.
Hey, you know the sad story about Rod Hull and Emu? Rod Hull, you know how he sadly he's passed away. Do you know how he passed away? He fell off. He seriously, this is true. But you boys, Pete, you might remember it. He fell off the roof, readjusting his TV aerial.
Yeah.
On the house, and he fell off and got killed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was true. Yeah.
That's a wind up.
No, it's not. Honestly, Macca, it's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, he was saying last night that he was very, very friendly with Bon Jovi, but in
Really?
particular, more friendly with his sister, Anchovy.
That's a fishy tale, isn't it? Hey? That's a very fishy tale.
Oh, it smells a bit.
How old is he now?
Well, Doris reckons 63, same as him. But I reckon he looks older.
Yeah. Wears a lot of makeup. But he started out at Pontins.
There's quite a few who do that, Doris.
David,
They have it delivered by the 20-kilo sack. The plastic comes on the builders merchants.
Oh, you're so camp pretty.
It's early in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
The wine hasn't worn off yet.
Did you have a big one last night, darling?
No.
And listen, how did Alan go with Jamie? Back?
Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, fabulous! So glad to hear that.
It was really good. They were such a lovely family.
Oh, fantastic!
We had a couple of good nights out for dinner. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And they've gone back home now, have they?
Yeah, they were only here just under a fortnight because obviously Jamie's got his own gardening type business and his son works with him. So he just couldn't afford to have any more time off, really, But
Does Alan's son live in Sydney, Dave?
No, he lives in Queensland. He lives up the Gold Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they're now going to keep in touch, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Alan's sort of planning to go out next year, I think.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
trouble is he doesn't.
Gold Coast is where Pat Reed lived, didn't he?
Yeah.
There's a few others up there as well. Can't remember everyone, but
I know that Simon's up there.
Simon. Yeah, but he goes to bed at 6, doesn't he? So
it's ridiculous.
And also,
I was so excited.
And also Sanders Jones, but we haven't heard from Sanders Jones.
No, well, it didn't. I'm sure Sue said he had cancer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sure she did. And of course, we don't see Sue. We don't see Sue anymore because she got upset with a comment that the crew bar director said, didn't he?
No, it wasn't Steve. It was
Who was it?
It was what's his name in California, wasn't it? With
Chris Chapman.
Was it Chris?
It was Chris Chapman.
Chris.
He used the C word.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, but the thing about it is, Chris
Cash.
Chris, God bless him. No, listen. Chris Chapman, he watches the show every week, so he'll watch this recording. So, hi, Chris, how you doing, mate? I hope the hurricane in LA is okay for you. Yeah,
that's very thoughtful. But Chris Chapman does use the C word because his flipping name begins with a C for his first name and his surname. He's got to use it.
Yeah.
Oh, CC.
Right. While we're talking about Chris Chapman, was it Chris that was trying to get hold of Hilda?
No, that was
photographer Chris Johnson. But is that right that Scotty went and knocked on the door and didn't get?
Yeah, well, I rang Oscar to try and find out if he had Hilda's address, and he didn't. He said it's one of the few that he doesn't have. And I went online I went on the phone book actually, and there were several J Herberts in Broadstairs, one of which was a flat. You know, it was like 41A or something. So it was in like, and I tried ringing it and there was no reply. So, but no one seems to have heard anything.
Yeah, but he posted, maybe he posted to me privately that apologised for not coming in last week. I saw that, yeah.
Well, I all I know is I had a message. I think it was on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Okay.
With a new telephone number. Well, I never had Hilda's telephone number in the first place. And I must have deleted the message because I can't find it anywhere. And I obviously didn't write it down, and it's not in my phone. The number's not in my phone. So I don't know.
Hasn't Phil got it?
Well, I tried ringing Phil yesterday and it rang and it answered and then it hung up. And I thought maybe he was at a meeting or something. Then I realised probably not, because at the moment he's not driving. He's got to go and have an eye test because he's had his cataract done.
Right.
And he can't drive until he's had an eye test.
Right.
Because
I've got John Herbert's mobile number, which I did speak to him a few months ago on. So I'll ring him after this. I won't ring him too early because he gets himself already in the. But
morning. I thought it was Chris Chapman was after him.
No, Scotty was.
No. Scotty was going to go round and see if he was about. But it was. I think it was
Fruity.
It's live.
Most important,
we've got a live.
We have got live coverage of the only England supporter.
Wow.
In the bar down at the stadium. Can you hear us, Steve?
Live coverage. Can just hear you. Live coverage from the stadium.
Wow, huge.
We've got thumbs up. We can hear him. Absolutely. Thumbs up. We can hear you. We can hear you, Scott. See?
Stevie.
Yeah.
So what's he going on?
At the stadium.
Yeah.
Cup final.
Who are you with? Who are you with? Friends? Family?
Yeah, with my son-in-law and his father.
Right.
And 75,000 Aussie.
Well, we can't hear them.
Yeah. Oh, but there's the English supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Viva España. Viva España.
Hey, Macca, don't start all that. Wow, I'm so pleased Watsy's going.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Yeah. That is more than brilliant. That is the best live broadcast ever.
I'll try and
Yeah.
I'll try and come back in when I get in the stadium.
Good.
Okay.
We're just waiting for one of the others to arrive, and then we'll head for the stadium.
Wow.
Historic. This is historic.
That's unbelievable.
Brilliant.
That is fantastic.
No, it's more than fantastic, Dave. It is the best outside broadcast ever.
It is. Yeah. So look, between all of us, don't mention this to Taffy or to Bob.
No.
All right? Don't mention it to either of them. That is wonderful. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It's been a buzz. I mean, Macca, have you felt that the atmosphere down there for these last few weeks, has it been buzzing anyway?
Oh, just absolutely blown everybody away. I mean, every game is chock-a-block. 75, 80,000 people. Yeah. Everybody's behind. Not only Australia, women football. I mean, it's the best thing that's ever happened. And so it should, I mean, they deserve it. Yeah. And let's hope the government open their eyes and start putting some handbag behind them, and support the girls. They try as hard as the boys, and they get paid peanuts compared with what the big boys get paid. But it's been absolute for us. Absolutely fantastic.
Don't you mean crisps, not peanuts?
Whatever, darling. but it's been the best sporting event ever in Australia in any sport.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, it's the Olympics, basically, yeah.
Bigger than the Olympics, bigger than the America's Cup, right? So huge.
Yeah.
You know, when we won the America's Cup, you know, so
yeah.
it's been fantastic for Australia.
And apart from one game in particular, it's been played in pretty good spirits, hasn't it? You know?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it's tactical. It's tactical.
Well, yeah.
So no, boys,
English
seriously,
bitches, you know that, male and female.
Is the crowd going to be? Is it going to be a 50-50 today, or is it still going to be like 90-10 for England getting 10% of the fan base? Is it going to be?
Absolutely.
It is.
90% of Aussies will be supporting Spain, I would have thought.
Yeah.
And is that anything to do with? Is that similar to Scotland supporting anybody in the world except England?
Well, they say the best thing about England's the road to Scotland. So yeah, take it whatever way you want.
You know, Martin, I presume you're
I'm sitting on the fence, Dave.
on the bloody
You always have done, darling. You always have.
Oh look, I know. Listen. He's not.
No. This is my father. This is my son-in-law's father. And
Oh,
my son-in-law. Hi. How are you? Okay, we're going to make it to the stadium. We'll catch up later.
Okay.
Well,
yes,
that's great.
huge.
Have a good night.
great.
Yeah.
Head you to the stadium. See ya.
Yeah, see you,
Oh,
Steve.
that is wonderful.
That's incredible.
Oh, okay.
Debbie,
Ian's got another glass of wine.
Yeah.
can you see Watsy, Debbie?
Sorry, yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's
Great.
fantastic.
I know he's
Thank-
doing well.
Thanks for the photo, Deb.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Thanks for the photo.
that's all right.
I don't know where that. I'm not sure where that was taken.
Well,
She asked for a
God.
name. She wasn't sure if it was. She wasn't sure who it was.
But I can't. I'm just trying to work out where that was taken because we're in suits.
No, I'm not staying on.
So that must have.
Martin.
must have-
Oh, sorry,
Yes, Dave.
Fruity.
Sorry, I was just trying to work out. Debbie sent me a photo of me and Dusty, and we're in suits, and I was trying to work out where it would have been.
Mm-hmm.
Dusty Vanderpool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So what do we-
Lynn comes and sees me, Martin, into the shop.
Does she? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
do you know
How's she
Lynn?
going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's good. Yeah, seems a bit lonely to me.
Is she still at Epping?
Yeah, she's around there somewhere. Yeah, because she pops into Beacon.
Marsfield or somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
around
I think she sees Anne Kiffin.
there. And Kiffin. Yeah.
Keeps in touch
Yeah.
with Anne.
Yeah. She'd be
Yeah.
a fair
Yeah,
age
she's in-
now, wouldn't she, Deb?
Oh, I'd say in her 70s. I think she wants to go over to the UK next year. She said she wouldn't mind seeing Alan, but I don't know what Alan's.
It's up to Al whether he.
Was he quite a bit younger than Dusty then, or what?
Well, how old would Dusty be now if he was alive?
Well, Dusty was older than me.
Blimey, didn't realise he was that old.
Oh,
No, because Fruity, because you look so young. That's what threw me.
Yeah.
what a comeback! What a comeback!
About you.
Oh dear.
Oh, missing.
No, I reckon he would. I reckon Dusty would have been well into his 80s.
Now, if he was alive, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
probably mid 70s. It's hard to tell. I'd probably say mid
Oh,
70s.
so Dusty was already married, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, Dusty was married.
Okay.
Okay.
To a South
you met
African?
Lynn?
Or?
Well, no, I don't think so. You must remember Colonel because he was on the West Coast, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He came from the West Coast to go to see Princess because he wanted to get down to Aussie, I think, because of this relationship with
Berlin.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. I just worked at Pacific in the sun, so
No, I reckon the cigarettes
he
are
was on the
cheaper in
Sun,
Australia.
Colonel.
what's that?
He was on the Sun, Princess.
What
Dusty.
what bar did he work in?
I remember him in the UJ bar, and he might have done the Starlight, but he was definitely in the UJ.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I've seen some photos somewhere, and I'm sure that guy on the Sea Princess in the Tiffany's. I'm sure his name was Harry. It was either that Harry Harrison.
Harry Harrison, that's right.
Harry Harrison.
Harry Harrison.
Yeah, I worked in there with him in Tiffany's.
Yeah, him and Dusty. Him and Dusty.
Grey-haired fella.
Greyish hair.
He was
Yeah.
always on edge, you know, and he was always a bit of a skite, actually.
I don't know where he came from. You know, before.
He was from the Midlands.
I meant which ship? Which
ship? I don't know. That was the only ship I sailed with him, and I don't know where he came from either.
He looked a little bit like Mick Richbell, didn't he?
Yeah.
Features wise.
Yeah. Yeah. He liked the women, old Harry did. He was always
Yeah.
But going back to Lynn, I remember she loved a gin and tonic. She was a big gin and tonic fan.
Still is.
Is she? Yeah.
Yeah. To Anne Kiffin. Anne Kiffin loves a drink.
Oh, here's Bob Johnson.
Bobbo, yeah.
The Bobster.
Let's hope he's not doing an outside broadcast then.
No, he's not. That's lucky he's not, because he would have been down. He would have been upset.
He'd have been mortified. He would have been mortified.
He would have been. He would have been. I'm sure he'll find out when he looks.
He'd have been mortified at the Colonel's remark about outside broadcast, wouldn't he?
I will. I'll have to
better
explain.
not repeat it then.
Mr. Bobo.
No, don't say a word about outside broadcasts and Bobo.
Can you hear us, Bobo?
Yes. Okay.
You can. Can you? Well, can you speak?
I can speak. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Amazing. I can speak.
No. I made a statement about 5 minutes ago that Watsy, he has done the best outside broadcast in the history of the Crew Bar. It's live from the fucking stadium.
It's shameful, really. He's throwing you under the bus, Bobo.
Well, that's okay.
After all you've done for us.
Yeah.
That's a big call. Big call.
I am used to it.
That's okay. No. That's
Colonel
okay.
has thrown me under the bus many times over the years.
No, it's all good. It's all good, Bobo.
Especially in the O-Bar.
It's all good. It's all good, mate.
No, that's fine. That's
But
good.
this time it's not a bus, Bobo, it's a tank.
Well, Bobo, that was Colonel, obviously. The rest of us want to thank you for.
I can't wait to see the recording.
Yeah. Hey, look, Colonel.
He's going to edit that bit out.
Be a live broadcast, but we're going to do one on Monday, aren't we, Bob?
Yeah. I'm going over to the Riviera of the South Coast.
Oh wow!
I'm going to Leamington tomorrow.
You might see some pigs walking in the street, Bobo. I love the pigs.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we'll see. And the donkeys are all ready for you, Bobo.
Oh, please. I'm glad you just tell them that I'll be there.
That'd be great. So Bobo's going to come down and we're going to meet down in Leamington, and then we're going to go for our Monday walk. There's a friend of ours who's going to go with Pat, myself, and a friend of ours, and Bobo's going to come with us for a walk.
It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Catching the train. I was going to go over to the Isle of Wight and then go to Yarmouth and catch the ferry, but I think it was a bit too complicated. So
yeah. I mean, you can do it, obviously, but yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
Are you taking your bike on the train?
No bikes. It's walking. It's a walking trip tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking about it. Seriously, I was thinking if I'd have gone to the Isle of Wight, I might have cycled from Ryde to Yarmouth, but it all sounded a bit too difficult. So
yeah, they a lot of people on the trains out here shove their bikes on there and ride everywhere. I didn't know if you were allowed to do it on British Rail though.
Yeah,
this is Laura.
Yeah. It's a bulky bike as well. So.
So, but mind you, the spaces for those bikes, it's not as many as the demand for it. I should imagine now, is it, Bobo?
No. I mean, I've taken the bike from London to Cardiff, and but the old story. It is a bit of a hassle, because they don't have lots and lots of places for the bikes. Yeah.
No, not at all. Welcome back, Fruity. Can you hear us?
Yeah, it was my fault. I was doing something on the laptop and I knocked the bloody button and put aeroplane mode on.
Okay. Oh, well, that's all right. Well, Bobo's just been in train mode, so it's all happening. It's all happening here at the moment. Bobo's got over the upset of being put down on the list of roving reporters, but
I might tell you that I was quite traumatized, but
it was good while it lasted.
What's your location, Bobo? You back?
I'm in Southsea. Yeah. Southsea, Portsmouth. Yeah.
Okay.
I like it down. It's my niece is here, so I came for this wedding, so that's why I'm here. But I leave on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Guys, I'm such an expert on the train. You'll love this. From Portsmouth to London to Victoria, £3.95 on the train.
What?
Yeah, £3.
Is that pension a discount? Is it?
Is that with a rail card?
Yeah.
What the £10 one or the £30 one?
£30 one.
£30 one, yeah.
Yeah, I bought one of those recently when I went to Bacon's, and I saved almost £25 just on that one trip.
Yeah.
So how do you buy it? What do you do?
Online.
Online.
Online. But you need your passport and all that sort of thing to prove your age. And I don't know whether it would. Have you got a British passport as well, Mako?
No, it's expired. I've only got Aussie now.
Yeah, I don't think it would accept it. You could try it.
Well, what about Europass? My wife got a Europass one time, and I think it was valid in the UK as well.
Yeah, but we're not in the We're not in the EU anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I was over there about 5 years ago, I found the trains incredibly expensive.
I know they are.
They are, but you get what is it? Is it 30% off? Something like that.
30% off. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. It's a third of the price.
My trip down to Allen's was £74 something, and I got it for 49.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
I went from Ray's place. He took me to Cheltenham, and I went from Cheltenham down to London, and then crossed over to the to Paddington, and then from Paddington up to Worcester. And it was about £65 or something.
Oh, look, some of them can be £200. I mean, I've sometimes gone on, and from Cardiff to Paddington, I've seen £200.
Wow.
Well, you can hire a car for that.
Don't ask me how.
And the place and the train was chock-a-block. Sorry?
What time of day was that, Bobo?
That was sort of morning time, maybe 11 o'clock.
Wow.
But I don't know how it works. Sometimes I can go on, and I've actually scored some really. I did what was it? About £10 from Coventry to Cardiff the other week. But I think I'm just lucky sometimes when I just go on, and plus the fact that sometimes I'm flexible. So
I'll tell you what. Sometimes the online deals are not as good as going to the ticket office.
Yeah,
when Alan's son was over, he actually went up to the local ticket office in Wharton or Frinton, whichever it was. And by going up there and speaking to them, he got it so much cheaper because it doesn't show you everything on the system that's available.
Sure. But down under, boys, your trains and bus services are quite reasonable, aren't they, anyway?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I could speak for Mako. Probably wouldn't have much knowledge of it because he never uses it.
Yeah.
I don't do
limousine all the way. But I have had the odd occasion when I've needed to use it, and like we get a seniors card now. If you're over 60, you get seniors.
Yeah,
and you can go all the way to the city from out west for $2.50.
Yeah,
Oh my
it
God.
used to be. You used to be able to buy those passes in a newsagent, and they stopped it. Because when I first, sort of when I first started coming out on holidays, Mick Denmead told me about it, and he said they said if they challenge you, just say, well, I was told it applied to overseas visitors who were over 65.
We've got the
whatever.
Opal. We've got the Opal system now, and it's
I've got an Opal card with some credit on it.
Now another thing. This week, obviously, we saw. Sadly, we lost Michael Parkinson, and I saw some good messages through, and it showed that interview. Someone put up the interview with him and Shane Warne.
Mm-hmm.
And just out of interest, did you two boys did you used to watch him? Did you see him play, Shane Warne? Did you manage?
Absolutely, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Huge.
And was it? I mean, I know from what we've seen on the telly, but was he always guaranteed to just be the number one?
Absolutely. Yeah, he was a big playboy. Huge character.
Yeah.
I think his on-field performance was very credible, but he seemed to steal the limelight when he was off the pitch. More about his love life. He's very big in that department.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, Liz Hurley.
So
big on Liz Hurley.
Yeah.
And talking about Michael Parkinson, Pete, you said you had the pleasure of meeting up and interviewing him on one occasion. Was that on for radio BBC London?
Yeah. We were doing. It was a press junket where we all got about 10 minutes with him each. When he was promoting his new book, and it was principally about Shane Warne, and we talked about Shane Warne quite a bit because he thought Shane Warne was the best West Indian speed merchants and Lillian Thompson and that. But we also talked about George Best, who he was good friends with.
Yeah.
And of course, George had a big London connection because he was down at Fulham, and he kept half a dozen nightclubs going with his off-field habits. So, yeah, he was absolutely charming. You just.
And Pete, just one last one on that. Did you meet up with George Best as well at some stage?
Yeah, several times.
Wow, he's a character.
Last time was in Terry Neal's bar, and George was actually launching a book, but the book was ghost written by someone else. And he was 2 hours late because he'd been out the night before. And eventually, when he did turn up, and it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and everybody else was drinking coffee and stuff like that. And he ordered a pint of wine.
My sister used to see him all the time in a wine bar in Petersfield, and the rule was that no one was to bother him, and that's where he spent his last days, in Petersfield.
Did he live there, Colonel?
Yeah, well, at the end, yeah. And the funny thing is, Alec Guinness was also lived his last days in Petersfield, just around there, yeah. So there you go.
Johnny,
there's a moral to that.
Stay there.
There's a moral to that, and they don't live in Petersfield.
Don't visit. Don't stay in Petersfield. It might be your last day.
I'll tell you who has a huge.
Oliver Reed and Keith Moon.
I'll tell you who has a huge estate near there. It's one of Pete's buddies. Well, he doesn't know it anymore, but Branovich's estate is pretty close to Petersfield.
Oh.
He's got a huge country estate, which apparently maybe one of his family members still owns it. I don't know.
And where is it now?
A guy I know was assistant pro at a golf course near there, and he used to teach Abramovich's son.
Yeah,
he used to give him lessons.
There you go. Yeah.
I think what the nearest I got to him was the flipping yacht he used to sail around the Isle of Wight.
Nice bit.
Actually, when we were over 2 years ago, I think it was, we stayed in a little village called Shering in Essex, And I was reading an article on Rod Stewart the other day, and they're talking about where do you drink and what do you drink and all that. He said, look, I love Guinness, and I go to my local pub, which is called the Cock Inn at Sherring, and that's where we stayed. And no, true story. And apparently he pulls in with his Ferrari 2 or 3 times a week to the Cock Inn, and he has a few Guinnesses. You'd love that story, Freddie.
Good man. Good
True
man.
story.
I do know you stayed there because you tried to get me to go there as well.
I did. And you were so looking forward to it, and then you got ill, I think. You got diarrhea or something.
You probably gave, what you're saying is you gave me the shits.
just got a bit loose down under.
Yeah.
True story, though. True story. The Cock
I
Inn
thought it was
at Sherring
about time
is
some
Rod Stewart's
bitchiness
local.
came out. Anyway, where's Alistair? We haven't seen him for a few weeks.
No, he sent it. I saw he sent something.
Cancelled again tonight.
Yeah.
Got
Has he
back
got?
from
Are they
Liverpool.
playing football today? Have they got a match on today?
Yeah, but they wouldn't, not at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you know these Scots, they like to start early.
Yeah, but if you support Hearts, you're sort of negative 95% of the year, aren't you?
No, great result the other night. They won the European qualifying game.
Yeah, they did. That's only because they
very
got
good.
Australians playing for them now, Pete.
So they're into the second round. Yeah, that's
they got
true.
they got 4 Aussies and they got a couple of Japanese playing for them now, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
they all-
interesting. Yeah. Have you been up there, Macca? Did you ever go to the stadium there, or?
Well, I was at school, not just outside Edinburgh.
Yeah.
I was at Haddington. I was at boarding school in Haddington, and then when I left, I played rugby for North Berwick, and we won the championship, the second division championship, the first year that I played for them. So
I thought you were the boot boy.
you wish, darling. They polished my boots back then.
Oh, we'll see you, dear.
Oh, right.
I used to kick both left and right footed back then, darling.
That's known as swinging, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, absolutely. Did it well.
God.
You can't even tie your shoelaces now.
And then I went to see, it was all over.
So
I went to see.
Who were you on Fridays?
Macca
Once a bit noise,
Martin, did you boys go? You know, it was so many years ago for the England when England did win the Rugby World Cup down under 2005 or something, or 2003. Something
Was that
like
when
that.
Johnny
Wilkinson?
Wilkinson.
Did you boys go? I forgot. Did you boys go to that game?
No.
I went to the final. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, remember it well.
Oh my God! That was a hard. Well, mind you, of course, you were supporting Australia. You know, I guess.
Absolutely. I'm not England. I mean, when we played England the other night, I got so many texts saying, "Macca, where are your
going for? Yeah,
allegiances tonight and all that." I said, "For Christ's sake, I'm Scottish, not English." You know.
And if you're Scottish, the last team on earth you would support is England.
Aye. You're near wrong, Jimmy. Aye.
But Martin, obviously you're not Scottish, so you are English, so you will be supporting England.
I am English. Like Macca, I did let my passport expire. And I've basically lived here for over 40 years. So I've lived here a lot longer than I've lived over there.
Yeah.
I suppose I say I sit on the fence, but I do have a bit of a tendency to lean towards England when the cricket comes on.
Right.
I mean, it's a bit like if Australia playing Scotland, it would be very hard for me to take a side. I suppose the same with Martin. Because we've got our kids here, we've got our life here, we've lived here for so many years that we class ourselves as Aussies, really, don't we, Martin?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
But
aside from that, I think what sport's done to people in the last 10 or odd years, there's no how can I put it? There's no allegiance to the clubs anymore. It's a business. It's like there's no. They don't care if they win, lose, or draw. And I tend to see that every time England plays in the World Cup. They don't seem to have that same inspiration to go out and win it like they did back in 1966.
Well, put it this way:
because
I'm more inclined now this season, and I've got no favourites. I mean, Leeds United was my team, and they're relegated. They're gone. But I'm following Spurs now because we've got an Aussie coach.
Yes.
Yeah. And so all of a sudden, I'm looking at Spurs and I'm thinking, I want Spurs to win because I want Ange to win, because he's
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I think the ladies have showed us that there is still that motivation to win. It's been very refreshing to see that sort of fighting spirit.
But Doris, they don't get paid
loads of money like the blokes
No, but that's what I was going to say. These England players earn so much money playing Premier League football. That's what they want the money. They want the money. That's my thoughts on it. Anyhow.
Listen, I'll tell you why they want the money. They're all going to Saudi now. Why? Because they love playing football or they love the money. You tell me.
Yeah.
I mean, how many kids wake up when they're kids and they're playing, knocking around a field, kicking a football and say, wow, I want to win the Premiership in Saudi Arabia.
Sure.
None. It's all money. And that, unfortunately, that's the problem. There should have been a salary cap in England where they said you cannot pay more than this for a player. No player is worth £100 million. I'm sorry, no player.
No.
Well, actually, there is a club that does keep that salary cap. It's Bristol City. They won't pay 100. They pay 100 million for the whole of the team, the stadium, and also pay the fans.
For that, let alone Bristol.
You can buy Bristol for it. It's just become.
Hey, Bobo, you obviously, you lived down in Australia. How long were you in Australia for?
45 years.
45 years, flipping it. So
I left. Yes, I'm 17. Well, actually, not 43 years.
43
Long
years.
time.
Definitely. Yeah. And so you're more an Aussie than a Brit. Yeah.
But where were you born in England, Bobo?
Me in a little town called Kenilworth in Warwickshire, near Warwick. Stratford upon Avon. I did all my studying in Stratford upon Avon.
Beautiful, lovely area.
Here's Watsy.
There
we go.
Oh, fantastic.
Here he is, the roving.
We're roving outside broadcast.
Oh, that was fantastic. Are we behind the goal?
Just got in the stadium.
What time's kickoff, Watsy?
That is, well, look at that. Great spot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
He's got good seats.
If that was a Super Bowl, those tickets
not many in at the moment.
Those tickets would cost about $5,000.
Not many in.
Yeah.
Look, what time is it? They're kicking off in an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's an hour away. Yeah. Okay.
Just in time for about 4 or 5 beers.
Dave, they're Aussies. They're in the pub.
Oh, very good. Yeah. They were in a pub. They were in a pub yesterday interviewing. Obviously, there were local fans. Oh no, but which on the television? Are you to the left or the right of the screen behind the goal?
We're to the left. To the left.
To the left. Okay. We'll look out on to the left.
Just on the left of the goalpost.
Okay.
Okay.
Put your mower sign up, so
Yeah.
we'll see you.
Yeah,
Oh,
get
yeah.
He's just been in cut. He's just been in cut the
It has
fit.
cut the surface.
Oh, wouldn't that have been fantastic to have that picture of his advert, going all around the side of the pitch electronically,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm so pleased for him to be there,
Yeah, he had it up against Australia. He had it up against Australia.
Okay,
It was
okay.
We, Mum, you,
Yeah,
Bowen.
we can see you. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean you don't want to hear me?
Oh, we do. Yeah, definitely.
Great,
Well done.
great shots.
That's going to be great. So, Bobo, you know what you've got to do next. You've got to go up to Machu Picchu for the next week's report.
Oh yeah. Okay, no problem. I've got a hard teacher. I don't think I'm going to beat this bloke.
All right, give him a wave.
Yeah.
I think he's going.
Yeah.
Yes. I suppose
See you, mate.
it was a slight
Have a good time,
exaggeration,
Steve.
Bobo. Yeah.
No, this.
Thanks, John.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Oh,
That was
Weather
great.
doesn't look too bad in Sydney.
how Villa went on the weekend.
Who went last week, Martin?
So, I forgot to ask Steve how Villa went.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That was last weekend.
They haven't played. They haven't played. this week.
I thought Brad might have been in this morning as well. He was online eearlier.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't he look terrific in that
Yeah, he's
picture?
doing well.
Yeah.
Who's
Who's
this?
that coming in, Colonel?
I don't know. Don't know. There's
Let's have a look. It's not
It's
Taffy,
only-
is it?
Somebody else is coming.
What about Steve Walker? Because Steve's on a cruise. I don't know if he can get. Oh, it's
Yeah.
Taffy.
Taffy.
The Welshman. Is it the Welshman?
yeah.
Yeah, it's Taffy.
Taffy.
No, it's not Taffy.
No, it's not Taffy. No.
It's a
Is it not
Taffy.
Taffy?
It's a Taffy lookalike.
It is
Yeah, it
Taffy
is.
lookalike.
It's Roy Orbison.
Roy Orbison.
I butt in because
I
I
do.
can't hear very
It
well.
is Taffy.
We can
It
hear
is
you.
Taffy.
We can hear you.
We didn't
we
recognise
can
in the
see
angle
that,
of the
right?
dingled angle.
I butt in because I can't hear very well, but hope you can see my picture.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah,
Yes,
we can.
Anyway, I just want to wish all you boys good luck today for your girls. I'm going to show you where I am. I've been otherwise engaged at a rugby cup final for my nephew who's under 10, but he's in the cup final and very proud to be in it. So
Oh, well done.
I'll
well
just
done.
show you where I am in Merthyr Tydfil on top of the Rhondda Valley.
Oh,
Beautiful.
wow.
Well done.
Oh, flipping heck.
Yeah,
Nice.
we shouldn't mention it doesn't quite match the other stadium, but
No, it doesn't because it far outdoes.
All the best.
Cheers.
Okay,
cheers. Cheers,
Far out
Taffy.
those what,
Good
Dave?
luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
Yeah.
So Bobo, you now see what you're up against.
I'm up against the talent there is pretty good.
This is what we've been expecting from you for months and months and months.
Even a walk around the garden would be nice, wouldn't it, Dave?
It would be. It would be lovely. Or maybe go back up and see if those swimmers are still in the lake.
Oh yeah. I've had some interesting times. I think the best one was when I was in Dubai, sitting on the thing, and that prostitute was sitting next to me.
Yeah.
In Dubai.
Yeah.
So, Bobo, can you give us an update on the wedding? Are there any plans for the?
It's gone. I'll take rid of it.
Yeah. I thought it was.
That's the good reporting that Colonel does. He finds out the in-depth,
Yes, that's right.
stories.
Yeah. He finds all the gossip. And the dirt. And he likes putting it out there. Yeah. I was like dead man walking at one stage. Anyway,
Great
I've moved
stuff.
on from that, but please edit those pieces out.
Yeah, I will, Barbara. I will.
Before we do go, I will just say to you that I will try phoning Hilda after this, and if I get through, I'll send a message through to the group just to say that all's good.
Yeah.
For sure.
Colonel, don't forget to put the Oscar towel on the end of this one.
Well, I haven't got a new one, Foodie.
No, but you're supposed to put them on both of the UK and the Aussie one, because the Aussies might not have seen the other recording.
Well, Oscar, there is an Oscar 2 on that one, isn't there? But this
No, you haven't got Oscar 2 yet.
Not yet.
But you need to put the one we put out last week on the crew bar on the Aussie crew bar.
Okay.
Otherwise, some people may never see it.
Okay,
No.
all right.
Sounds
Okay.
like-
It's a jolly good one.
Yeah.
Sounds like a semi-bollocking, Colonel.
No,
It
it's
was.
not a semi-bollocking at all. It's a reminder. It's an aide memoir.
Yeah, actually, so if you can
Is that what you call it now, dear?
if you can send me the file again, Foodie.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, my God. He'll send it in an email. Surely you still got the email.
Yeah, I probably do. Yeah, but just in case.
Is it a bollocking email? Because you just cut and paste it, send it every week.
All right.
All right, I'll do it in a minute.
Oh.
I have to go into my Google account to send it. That's all.
Yeah, I'll work on it when I wake up in the morning because
It's too big to send on the other one on the
I know.
ordinary email.
All right.
Ashley,
My
Ashley,
Google account. Ooh.
Google account.
Ooh.
Oh,
Sounds
fruity.
I'm sure you've all got one.
30. I've got it. Angelina Laura Fire Part 1.
That's it.
Oh,
I've got it in my file department.
And I'll send you part 2 next week.
Thank you very much.
Johnny, that filing system you've got is flipping good.
It's the first time it's worked.
No,
working.
Foodie, you said yourself that the fucking iPhone, sometimes things just disappear.
Well, I haven't got an iPhone. Mine does. That's why you have to have a Google account if you've got an Android device.
Well, I use Gmail as well, so it's all good. Yeah. All right.
Gmail's good because you can send oversized files on it through the sort of cloud system or whatever they call it.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. All high
You
tech.
boys have sorted all this out because
It's all boner, dear. It's all boner.
Phone flipping out.
Yeah.
So, well, look, if anyone else is free tomorrow, you're more than welcome to meet up down at as Bobo said, the South Coast Riviera tomorrow. It'd be great. Be great to see you all. Fruity, that includes you.
Nice little walk, Fruity. It'd be good. You'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I can't walk very far.
It's a 10-mile walk in the new forest. I've done it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah.
I couldn't do it now, Dave. I couldn't do it now.
No. Well, luckily we've dropped down to 4 now.
I'm not sure whether we're on the UK crew bar, Doris, or the Australian crew bar. Are you?
Oh dear.
Well, as you're outnumbered there.
Well, actually, there's 3 Aussies. You count Bobo as an Aussie, so
yeah, Bobby, Aussie.
I'm
Bobby.
poking the odds.
I'm just being honest.
I know, yeah, but we're being honest as well because we love you, Macca. All right, that's it. I was hoping Steve Walker might have been able to come in this morning because
is he on the ship?
he joined the ship. Yeah, we dropped him off yesterday down at Southampton, and all was good. So they're at sea today, and I was hoping he might have.
Well, the Princess Cruises Wi-Fi is one of the best.
Is it?
Well, remember,
you're probably too tight to buy it, is he?
You know, if he's got the all-in package, everything's included.
I think he's got all in.
All in. I did the entire crew bar from the middle of the ocean that time, if you remember, Dave.
Yeah, but he was drinking Coronas at an early part of the day yesterday, so
yes, it was.
It may have affected his ability to get up this morning.
Yeah.
And Manchester United lost as well.
Oh yeah, exactly. Steve Walker.
Oh,
Oh look,
Well,
there's
surprised.
Debbie. Debbie,
How are you, Deb?
lovely
We've
to
been
hear
out for a
you.
big- we've been out for a big lunch today
Oh, lovely. Good.
with some
Who
friends.
did you go with?
Yeah. Oh, some friends. The ones whose daughter got married in Greece.
In Greece.
So we
Right,
went to
right.
Maclay Street.
We
You
went
know,
to a
Fruity
great
knows where that
restaurant
is.
called Apollo. Fruity, you been to Apollo in
No,
Darlinghurst?
Potts Point.
Potts Point?
no.
Very nice Greek restaurant. Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Not right near the cross.
Was it down Maclay Street, going down towards the dockyard?
Yeah, further
Halfway
up.
down.
Halfway down, yeah. Quite a famous Greek restaurant.
Very
They,
nice.
they don't miss you.
Well, they
The bill, I mean,
wouldn't.
the bill.
They wouldn't
the
because
bill.
I haven't been in there.
Yeah.
No, the
Oh,
bill, darling, not you.
That's what.
I
Yeah,
think the
I've got-
cheapest
I've
bottle
got-
of wine
I've got
was
to
about
go.
90 bucks.
There, Martin.
Yeah, I've
So
got to
Yeah.
go.
who's going?
Cooking a tagine tonight, so I've got to go.
Lovely.
Yeah, I've got to go and do some scrambled egg for breakfast.
All right.
You just
Well,
had breakfast.
You just had
No, yeah,
breakfast
that was
when
only
you came
fruit.
on.
That was
Oh.
melon and strawberries.
Oh, that's just
Oh.
a starter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
Mm.
Well,
might have
wait.
some scrambled eggs on toast.
Oh, it
right,
sounds
well,
good.
we're thinking
just-
of all of you down under because this is the Aussie Crew Bar, all right? This is Australia we're talking about, and New Zealand for when Brad looks in on the recording. But it's Australia, Debbie. All right. Remember, this is the Aussie
Yeah.
Crew Bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just keep
It's all
reminding
about
yourself of that now.
Australia.
Oh, what a bitch.
Right,
She's
we-
getting in. Miss Inch is getting in.
Debbie Macca was being his naughty self. You know what he's
Oh, I
like.
know. Well,
He
that's
was
why I
being-
told you we've been for lunch.
Thank you. That's right. That's it. It's obviously not agreeing with him.
No, it doesn't.
The fourth
We had
bottle
to
of
make
red
up
wine
for-
was corked.
Only the fourth bowl.
Martin, because he didn't drink much last night because he was driving.
No, he didn't. No, so he's making up for it.
He made up for it at lunch. Yeah.
Can you tell them, Martin, I was well behaved last night?
You were. It was something to witness, actually.
Doesn't happen very often.
Oh,
I had the Bentley there.
I think we'll leave it than you are, Martin. Anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I know. I heard you.
Enjoy
What you were
the-
2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning?
game.
Well,
Yeah.
me and
All
Mr.
right, lovely.
Parminter
Bye.
knocked off a little bottle of port at about 2 o'clock this morning.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
gee.
What time did they leave, Martin?
He just texted me about 10 minutes ago. They just got back about 5:30. So it's about a 4-hour drive up to Port Macquarie.
Oh, so they left right about lunchtime?
Yeah, about 11. He said he was going to stop for coffee somewhere along the way.
Well, Sue had to work, didn't she?
Yeah, she was working. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll catch up soon again, Martin. And
That's great.
Sure,
I
absolutely.
think we want to go back to see another show soon. So
Yeah.
we'll organise it.
Oh,
Okay,
lovely.
mate.
All right, guys and girls. Well, look, we're going to go and prepare ourselves for. Obviously, we're going to all look forward to the sporting event coming up.
Yeah.
Well, including Macca is as well. He's getting excited, Debbie.
Really? You'll be in bed early, I think.
Even better. Hey, but look, lovely to see everybody, and
Nice to
you
see
look
you too.
forward to the Oscar story, which will come on after Oscar Tale coming up after this when you see the recording.
All right.
Be a good
All right.
one.
Love to Pat. Give it.
Yeah, give
Will
her
do.
a
Of
Pat,
course we will.
and we'll see you all soon. Okay.
All right.
Look
Back
forward
up.
to
guys.
it.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.
See you
Cheers,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
See you, Freddie.
Bye.
Cheers, Colonel.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. This is Oscar. Molly's Pocket with Oscar Tales. The tale of the Angelino Loro fire in St. Thomas. On the 8th of September 1938, in the Netherlands dockyard, the MS Oranje was launched and on trials made a speed of 26 knots. She made her maiden voyage for the Netherlands Line in 1939 and went on to serve the company for 25 years' service. This was interrupted during the Second World War when she saw service as a hospital ship. She had been built to carry passengers to the Dutch West Indies and carried a crew of 385. She was sold to Floto Loro Lines in 1979 and converted to one class for 800 passengers. Under her new name as the Angelina Loro, she entered the immigrant trade and later, after another refit, became a cruise ship. She ran as a cruise ship for Loro Line and later was chartered to Costa Lines for 7-day round-trip Caribbean cruises from San Juan and back. Her last port of call was St. Thomas in the US Virgin Islands the day before her return to San Juan. On Friday the 30th of March 1979, at the West India dock, five cruise ships were berthed along the long wharf lined with cargo sheds. On the land end of the dock nearest town in order were MV Sun Princess, MV Americanus, MV Carla C, MV Cunard Countess, and MV Angelina Loro. The fire broke out in the aft crew galley and rapidly spread through the ship and the passenger accommodation, with most of the passengers and crew ashore and all the senior officers at a special luncheon at a restaurant downtown. A fairly junior grade officer was left in charge. Meanwhile, on the Sun Princess, your friend and mine, Nick Howard, public room steward, having been given the day off, and picking up his trusty camera, went ashore to take some interesting photographs. Little did he know just how interesting they would be. And now we can thank him for the next series of photographs that we view all these years later. Strolling to the end of the dock, Nick sees a commotion going on. The photo shows a police car and a fire engine in yellow, which have just arrived, and Nick continued to the gangway. This photo shows smoke coming from the open gangway door and the upper large windows of the public rooms, which the ever helpful crew had opened to get rid of the smoke, and thus were admitting large amounts of oxygen to the grateful fire, so it could continue galloping along merrily. It also shows stewards exiting the ship, which begs the question, why are they not at fire stations on board the burning vessel? This picture shows an ambulance. This, in fact, was the first emergency vehicle called for a slightly burned crew member. The ship had still not told the shore authorities that they had a fire. Even after fighting it for an hour, all sounded the alarm. And it was this ambulance crew that alerted the fire brigade and the police. The fire brigade sent one small fire engine, as you can see, and in this picture they stretched a hose up the gangway. Two crew members in this picture also do not seem to be at their fire stations on board, but are on the dock. This picture shows massive amount of smoke coming from the windows on the public room decks, from the aforementioned open windows. And judging by the amount of smoke, it cannot be far from flashover. The picture shows a second red fire engine of somewhat ancient vintage, and what appears to be a fire chief's car. This picture shows the Cunard Countess berthed next to the burning vessel, and she stayed there for some hours, But when the fire began to look threatening to the safety of the Cunard ship, they pulled in their lines and actually cut the last mooring line, as no dock workers were around to let them go, and took off for San Juan, so not to catch fire themselves. This picture also shows crew members taking items from the opened lower gun ports on the wharf side. I'm sure the fire was given another boost by this helpful amount of oxygen from underneath the burning flames. This picture shows massive amounts of smoke from all the upper decks and almost the length of the vessel, and a huge amounts of passengers now returned to the ship milling around on the dock. Shortly after this, the police started ordering people off the West India dock. Meanwhile, back on the Sun Princess, Captain John Young decided to act. He sent his officers along to the burning vessel, and they invited the passengers of the Angelina Lauro to come back to the Sun Princess to take shelter. He also gave the order, no crew allowed on board Sun Princess from the burning vessel, as he thought they had acted disgracefully by not looking after their passengers. Along with everybody else, Nick, our intrepid cameraman, was herded off the dock by the police, and as night fell, he took up a viewpoint on the hill behind the West India dock and continued to take pictures as the fire went from strength to strength and burst out the top of the vessel. Meanwhile, Oscar had gone to work in the Starlight Lounge at the top of the Sun Princess. No passengers were there, they were all out watching the fire. We had a small transistor radio tuned to the local radio station. They kept interrupting the program every few minutes with the announcement, "Will all municipal water tankers please go immediately to the West India dock?" We thought this strange, as any other fire brigade would have dropped their hoses into the sea, lapping up the dockside. It later turned out that the fire chief did not want any nasty salt water corroding his nice shiny fire engines. This shows white-hot flames from the very centre of the ship, and flames shooting up into the night sky. This picture now shows burning material from the fire floating along in the gale-force wind produced by the fire itself. This was the last picture Nick took before returning to the ship, as it was getting close to sailing time. The whole ship is now white-hot flame, and all the water poured on her was gradually sinking her, and she actually sank at the dockside in an upright position. On the Sun Princess, our passengers were giving items of clothing to the distressed Angelino passengers, who had lost everything and were in shorts and beachwear they were wearing from that morning. Neil Whitmore, maitre d' hotel, organised a buffet dinner for them, and next morning a continental breakfast. A conference with the Coast Guard and Captain John Young decided that, as the Sun did not have enough lifeboats for everyone, that some Angelino passengers would transfer to the Carla Sea for the trip to San Juan. The Americanas refused to accept any of the stranded cruise passengers. As both ships had more than its lifeboat capacity, the trip to San Juan was escorted by Coast Guard cutter in case of emergency on either vessel during the night. During the trip across, the entertainment staff put on a show for our unexpected guests, and then we bedded them down for the night in the International Lounge with spare bedding, making do as best we could. Next morning in San Juan, we disembarked all our guests and then prepared for another cruise. We all felt very sorry for the poor people who had lost everything in the fire through no fault of their own, and they were then to go home in only what they stood up in. Of course, the Maritime Inquiry now looked into the incident. Next week, I will tell you about what happened next in part 2 of the Angelino Lauro tale. Well, that's all, folks, for this week. From Oscar. Oh, and always remember,